What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers advice. Today's video is going to be interesting. I'm going to try and keep a neutral mindset all the way through. Now, if you're asking what is today's video about, today's video we are taking a time machine back to the past, almost a year ago to this day. All right, we're going to go visit Frank's film in Indy. For those of you who don't know, he was the head coach in Indy last year, and he was also the play caller. Here's where things kind of get interesting. They fired their offensive coordinator right here, where they lost to Washington. The offensive coordinator won, even though he wasn't the play caller. So the next week, they lose 3-26. They lost to Washington 16-17. They fire the offensive coordinator. Frank keeps his job. They lose 3-26, and they fire Frank after that. So we're going to go visit this 3-26 game and figure out, was it on Frank? Was it on the QB? What happened? Let's jump into it. So now let's jump into the film. First play right here. QB is going to drop back, looking to the left. The middle comes back to the right. And then he's going to get hit. Let's run this play back and figure out, was anything open? Does this play look familiar? Let's take a look at this. So just like we do with Bryce, we're going to pause it at the top of his drop. Take a look right here. We're going to pause it right here. What do we have? We have the tight end potentially, but he's going to have to make a tight throw right there. That's going to get bagged right there by the time he looks over there. This is picked up. This is where things get interesting. You get your high-low read, right? Hit the running back or wait for this guy to get open. As you're going to see, he's going to wait for him to get open. He could check it down to the running back, but the DB sitting in zone coverage, he's going to hit him right there. He'll probably gain a couple yards. Honestly, he probably needs to check it to the tight end right there, but for the most part, man, there was nothing really that open. It looks a little familiar. Let's keep it going. Right here, Colts in that split back. Bring the running back in motion, hand it to the running back. That's going to get you, what, a yard or two? So now we're looking at 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. QB's going to drop back. Looking. And he can't find anything. Now, let's run it back and see, was anything open? So it's 3rd down right here. We got to get to the markers, right? We're going to pause at the top of his drop. And that thing is open. Bagged. We get the safety right there. That's bagged. You got the safety coming in over here, right? This is bagged right there. Bagged. Let the play develop. Is anything open? No. Nothing was going to be open, but as you can see, the Patriots player grabs the Colts helmet right there, as you're going to see, and they get another chance. But, man, once again, 3rd down, top of his drop, is anything open? Nothing is open. It's not just Bryce. Now, Bryce has some things to work on, but as you can see right here, guys, nothing is open, man. Let's keep it going. So since the Patriots player grabbed the QB's face mask, they get another chance at this drive. Right here, they bring the receiver in motion, hit the tight end over the top. I love this play call right here. Now, unfortunately, it's not complete, but I love the concept, and I don't see Frank calling a lot of motion, right? Take a look what happens right here. They bring the receiver in motion. Next thing to watch is the DB is going to drop down, right? DB has to choose. Stay up here, or do I drop down, right? This receiver right here is going to take this DB deep, so take a look what happens right here. Play develops. He's going to drop down, takes him deep, bam, money. Great play right there. Like I said, I'm going to keep a neutral mindset. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad, right? That's a good play. Let's jump to 2nd down. So as we look at 2nd down right here, QB is going to keep it. He's going to get you a couple yards. Now it's 3rd down. What do the Colts drop right here on 3rd down? This actually isn't going to be a terrible play. It just takes too long to set up, right? So what am I talking about? It's not a terrible play. Let's run it back. So as we break this play down, we're going to pause it at the top of his drop. As you're going to see, he wants to go to his receiver, but the Patriots run an excellent stunt. Take a look right here. Got the edge guy coming in. Tackle does a great job pulling the guard and tackle with him, as you're going to see. Bang. Linebacker does a great job occupying the center. Take a look. Bam, number 9 comes in. Woo, got him. But herein lies the problem, guys. You know the Colts offensive line struggles. So if you have to wait 2 or 3 seconds for your first read, you're screwed, right? You got your tight end over here. This seems familiar. Kind of like Hayden Hurst on the outside, and I don't understand why. Yes, your tight end can work on the outside. But after about 5 or 6 yards, the DB is going to get a better position. He's going to break on the ball faster, right? Because it's no longer going to be a guessing game with the tight end, right? He can only do so many things. The DB is going to break on it first. So, not a bad play call, but when this is your only read right there, and your tight end after 7 to 10 yards, he's done, right? The DB is going to break on it first. Let's keep it going. All right, now we're going to start the next drive right here. What do we do on 1st down? All right, we run it. We get a few yards. Hey, I'm not mad at that. Right here, back to split back formation, as you're going to see. Give to the running back a little draw. Okay, you get a yard or two. It's 3rd down. What do we draw up here on third down? Let's take a look right here. QB's going to drop back. He's looking, and there's nothing. Did he miss a read? Let's figure out what happened. So just like before, we're going to pause at the top of his drop. All right, we're pausing at the top of his drop. What do we see? He sees the guy he wants right here. But as you can see, you got this defender right here. He's going to break on that and pick that thing off, or incomplete pass. Was anything else open at the top of his drop? Let's take a look real quick. We're going to pause it right here. Nothing's really open. Now, what he could have done potentially was look off the safety, draw him here, and then bam, try and go backside over the top, right? That's what he could have done potentially, but 2 or 3 seconds have already gone by. That's just not realistic, right? Let's count right here. 1, 2, 3. He would have had to look off the safety and had to have 4 to 5 seconds in the pocket to make that throw. I mean, it was potentially there, but it's just not realistic, right? So with that being said, man, not bad. Just, once again, man, nothing's open. Let's keep it going. All right, guys, on this play right here, the Colts, they run a draw again. They get a couple yards. All right. That gives you 2nd and 8. Hopefully you get a couple more yards again. You get to 3rd and 5. All right, that's what they're going to do. Now we're looking at 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, give or take. Now this play is where things get interesting, all right? Because this is where Panthers not having a receiver like this hurts them. I actually like what they drew up right here, right? Like I said, I'm going to keep a neutral mindset on this. Watch the receiver right here. Does a great job on the go route. Take a look. Beats the DB, bing, bang. Single high safety as you're going to see. This was the right read, the right route. Everything looks good, just a bit overthrown as you're going to see to Pittman, I think, right there. All right, guys, now we're going to jump to the last drive right here. We have a go route, post route from the tight end, a little running back coming out of the backfield. I mean, even if he catches it, it's only 2 or 3 yards, right? Take a look at this again. So right here, they run the play action. We're going to pause at the top of his drop. As you can see, man, everything's picked up. I mean, yeah, you can check it down to the running back. I guess that works. He gets a couple yards. Let's keep it going. Right here is going to be 2nd down. It looks like a little RPO right there. Hand it to the running back, and he gets you almost nothing. Now we're looking at 3rd down. What do the Colts do right here on 3rd down? Empty backfield set. QB's looking, and then checks it down to the running back. Let's run it back and see, was anything open? I believe there was a penalty before this. It was like 3rd and 18. But let's run it back and see what did Frank come up with on 3rd and 18. So just like before, we're going to pause it at the top of his drop. All right, it's 3rd and 18. Was anything open? The receiver's actually going to get open right here. Take a look at this. The receiver is going to get open. The DB lets him get behind him. The safety's all the way over here. So this potentially could have worked, right? But, I mean, that's one hell of a throw. If he puts that thing in the air, that safety may be able to come down on it, right? Potentially. So what are my unbiased final thoughts about Bryce and Frank? I don't think Frank wanted Bryce as the quarterback, if I'm being honest. After looking at the film, and I looked at it a lot yesterday, this is just what I showed you guys, though. I just don't think Frank wanted Bryce. I just don't see it. As you can see, the system hasn't changed. And we have film coming next week about Bryce in Alabama, which we're going to look at and see, was there anything we missed? Is there anything he was doing in Bama that he's not doing here? We're going to look at that, but I don't think Frank wanted Bryce, if I'm being honest, and that's why this isn't working. On top of that, I wish we had a number 1 receiver. I think that's hurting both of them, right? I'm not sure who that is right now. Adam's doing a pretty good job, but he's not a number 1 guy, right? So with that being said, let me know what you guys think. I just don't think this is a good fit when it's all said and done. Whoever hired Mr. Frank, should they have their job? I don't know. Because if you look at his play calling in Indy, there's no way you looked at that and said Bryce Young is the perfect quarterback for Frank. That's my thoughts, right? There's no way you hired Frank and said, all right, we're going to make him the play caller, and then we're going to give him Bryce Young. That makes no sense. That makes 0 sense. On top of that, then you draft Mingo for this offense, which that's a whole nother video. But none of this makes any sense. We're going to talk about it more. In the next few weeks, we're definitely going to talk about this more. Stay tuned. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Panthers Advice is out.